4, 3, 2, 1. Kind of worked. That didn't really work, did it? So, hello and welcome to another episode of the Monday Club. Jenny is unfortunately suffering from heat exhaustion today because we did a silly thing by going out during the day in the heat to do some DIY. But I am getting a bit ahead of myself, aren't I? Because we haven't had the Monday Club song. So, if you go down to the woods today, that's not it, is it? Oh my goodness, I am also suffering from exhaustion, but not quite as much as Jen, so I'm able to continue the show while Jen is unwell. I am, if you don't know, Zoe Kirk Robinson, also known as the Cupboard Monkey for the Monday Club, and the song is, if you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes, for every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay! But she's not here today because she's having to have a lie down and a snooze to try and recover. So, shall I move over to see who is in the chat? I shall do that. Let's see if I can get this to work. Hey, it works. Can I turn the volume up a bit? Yes. Yes, I can. I can definitely do that. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. So, who have we got in the chat tonight? Let's look and see. Hello to Flymo Chairman 1 and George Boccherini, Ian White, and is anyone else here? My goodness. The Irish Train Guy, Ryan Tune. How are you doing? Ham Shackleton, hello there. Blue Star Productions, Irish Train Guy says, love this channel. I'm so glad. I hope you'll continue to love it even though I'm here and Jenny isn't. Patrick Ling, hello. Hope you're feeling well. Who else have we got here? Richard Swiderski, always a pleasure. Patrick Ling, again, I'm getting confused. Everyone is talking all at once. And then, oh my goodness, thank you so much, George Boccherini, for your kind donation. That is really appreciated. Thank you so much. And hello to Iron Horse Railways. I hope you'll be coming to see us again soon. It was always a pleasure when you pop in. And Wamgok Junction, hello there. And Larry Rogers, hello. Logan Clary, hello there. And everyone else. Simon Trent's Model Railway Showcase, Paul O'Donovan, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Railway Days. Is that everyone? Krista Duke, hello. And Model Railway Noob, not Model. Modern. Even Modern Railway Noob? Model Railway Noob, hello there. You've got a new channel name if you want it there. James Petts, always a pleasure. Valleys 56XX, Phil Metcalf. Is it Joe Smith? Is anyone else? Melchester, hello there. Robert Becking, hello. The Growler Blackwood Engage Layout. Whoa, everyone just jumped there. And then what's going on? And Gus Hadley, the lunatic from well, oh, it's jumping to the lunatic from hello there, hello to everyone. So I am now going to try and make this all work. If it jumps a little bit, you'll find out why, because it is a little bit slow on my end. Currently, CPU is at 31%. The computer has not overheated, so that is good, and I will drink to that. So, Ruben Nashville says, you're using Billy's replacement microphone, Zoe. The audio has certainly gone loud. Well, yeah, give me a second. I'll turn it back down. What it tends to be is that because I have hearing loss, I don't know what volume I'm at. So it gets to be quite a problem sometimes. But has Jenny got heat throat? What Jenny's got is heat exhaustion due to what we've been doing today. Because, let me put it this way. If you have ever seen or had the pleasure to experience a true master at their craft, just going in there and making things look so amazing and so simple, straightforward, like it's effortless. And then you have a look over at what Jenny and I are doing in our Three Stooges impression, you will know the level that we have had to go to try and get any kind of DIY done. So, yeah, we kind of got a little bit heat struck. Let's put it that way. The Growler says pint of Guinness. No, this is Diet Coke. I do not drink. Audio sounds good. Excellent. I've got in here, it's going into the red, so I really can't tell, but I'll keep trying to keep it right. So everyone's saying, did anyone see the football last night? I did not. Unfortunately, I was kind of working. Got a lot going on. For those of you who don't know, give me 1 second. Oh. Here we are. For those of you who don't know, I write for a magazine called Amtix. It's a retro gaming magazine about the Amstrad CPC. And I have an article I need to finish, which has caused me to do an awful lot of research. So at the moment, last night I was doing a huge amount of research for that. Excuse me, which mainly means going through an archive of a load of old magazines. I'm going to show you some of those magazines. Here we are. Right, you won't be able to see a huge amount of them, but just there where I'm pointing, next to the Coke thing, is a set of magazines. There's a huge amount of stuff up there. All of those are old Amstrad magazines behind all of... this is mostly DVDs and games. And then I've got a cooler bottle of Batman, a Darth Vader, and a load of old stuff. And I've got more magazines over there, so I have to go through a load of those just to try and get things working and get all the information right. So I've been doing a huge amount of that, plus a load of online archives for the old stuff like Popular Computing News, Popular Computing Weekly, and things like that. So that's what I was doing. So I didn't get to see any of the football, but I do know that we won because I got to see one thing. Iron Horse Railway says, wow, Batman's crotch is just out there, isn't it? Yeah, the thing is, in order to make him stand up, I've had to kind of bend him so he's kind of pointed outward. Guessing that's why the vlogs are on hold, says Simon Trains. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. Basically, I've just got to get stuff done. I need to get this done. Sarah Davis says, Amstrad, oh, the Specky was bad. You know what? The Spectrum was amazing. If it wasn't for the Spectrum, most modern gaming in the UK would be very, very different because it was cheap, it was efficient, you got a tutorial on how to make games yourself, and it was so easy to do. So yeah, the Spectrum basically created the modern computer scene. And for that, I am very appreciative. And actually, it's a very good machine. It throws graphics around like you wouldn't believe. But I prefer the Amstrad. Because I grew up with the Amstrad, and it's great. Love the screen. Reminds me of my TV shows in the 50s. So your room looks as tidy as mine did before I move all my trains items out of it. Oh, you do not want to... Okay. Maybe you do. I am going to now pick this up. This is the movable camera, technically. So let me just pull this out. See if we can get this to work. It goes all the way down to the floor. The floor has a penguin on it. That's where the floor is. And it just keeps going and going and going. It's mountains of stuff. And it goes all the way up to the roof. Literally right to the roof. It's just how it is. And it's full because I never have time to actually put everything away. So that's the situation in here. Wow. Oh my goodness. Behind the scenes of behind the scenes, yeah. You can get a newish version of the Spectrum called the Next. Yes, I should not have moved this camera. Give me a second. I should not have moved the camera, but I did. You have a floor penguin, goodness. Well, you used to sit on a chair, but there's no space anymore. It's just how it is. You know, you can get a newish version of the Spectrum called the Next. You can, and apparently it's really good. However, it's just how it is. Zoe, the colour is changing every time you're the camera move. No, that is due to the fact that I have some colour changing lights. Are they getting a bit distracting? Because I can turn them off if you prefer, guys. There you go. How's that? If it's distracting, then let's do it. We'll do it without. We'll do it live. Gets a little dark though. That's the only reason I turned the internet. So give me a second. How's that? If I just turn the white lights on instead of the colours, then maybe it'll be all right. Teensy bit distracting. Fair enough. But I'll turn them off then. Warbler Production says, I've seen that room. It's really impressive to see in person. Yeah, it's also tiny. If I stand up, I can touch both walls. It's about 3.5 feet wide, if that, and completely lined out with shelves. It's amazing in here. But that's not really what we're here for, is it? Because we actually came here for, I believe it's something to do with choo-choo trains. It's all very Pink Floyd. I appreciate that. I am a Pink Floyd fan. So there is some news, apparently. I've been told there is some newsworthy news of a newsworthy nature. So if I bring up this, then we get to see the newsle-doozles. What am I talking? What is a newsle-doozle? I don't know, but I'm going to try and extend this as much as I can so that I can see it, and you can see it too. So, I am going to quickly zoom this in one block, and that should help us to see everything. Are you a fan of Pink Floyd, or a fan of Floyd generally who is pink? Definitely a Pink Floyd fan. As we have no train talk, here's a techie question for you. Looking at putting in 6 cameras to watch points on the lower boards, what would you recommend to get the 6 images on one screen? Oh, that is very interesting as an idea. Your best bet is actually probably a CCTV. I'm not kidding. If you get a CCTV system, they're set up to show multiple cameras on one screen. And it works. It's all set there, all in one box, plug in and go, and it's straight there. However, if you want to do it via something that can stream to live stream, then get one that can broadcast to, what would, you can get, like, I have a CCTV app on my thing. I don't need to use the app to see the CCTV because it goes straight to a monitor, but you can get it to an app. So you could essentially stream the app as the app's output straight to wherever you want. So you could do live streams as well. But your best bet is just CCTV. If you want to do it the way Jen and I do, though, what I recommend is the Logitech C270 cameras. That's the ones we use. They're 720p. They're pretty good. They're really remarkably cheap, but good quality for the price. And it will just work nicely when you bring them into what we call OBS. OBS, the Open Broadcast System, which you can download for free, and you can get it set up to your heart's content. Pretty much everyone uses OBS. But that is how I would do it. Jennifer Horton says, have you ever considered designing caravans for a living, Zoe? It's impressive how you fitted everything in. I cannot take any credit for this. Jenny built the shelves, so all the shelves that are here behind me. Jenny made the layout of the place. I just take advantage of what she's provided. So, shall we have a look at the news, guys? Because there has been some, I think. So, first up, we have Rails of Sheffield, who say, Happy Yorkshire Day. This is 6 hours ago. To celebrate today only, you can take 10% off our exclusive Bachmann, King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry LNER Class V2 locomotive with their promo code Yorkshire Day. All one word. That's pretty good. Simon Trains Model Railway showcases. I use OBS to record the vlog sometimes. Yeah, instead of streaming, you can start recording instead of stream, or you can do both. I recommend not doing both unless you've got a high-powered computer, though, because it can basically do one or the other. That's how it goes. What is this I'm looking at? These look really detailed. My goodness, remarkably detailed. Whoa, Ellis Clark trains. Oh my goodness, guys. Textured upholstery. Textured carpet. This looks fantastic. What is this? This is 11 hours ago. A big update on the forthcoming Darstead. Is that how you pronounce it? Darstead or Darsteid? I don't know. Fine scale O gauge Pullmans. It's O gauge, so it does give you a bit of an easier time. Yeah. This is remarkable. What if I just moved? I pressed a button. Oops. This is remarkable, but yeah, O gauge is easier to do this kind of detail in, but oof, those are wonderful. Yeah. Prices $399 each. Yeah, so it's a bit expensive. Not sure why we need deep shell carpet in a model train, says Ironhouse. Yeah, I can understand, but, you know, some people like that sort of thing. That's nice. Rapido's doing a what if 00 Highland Railway Jones Goods. I do like to see these. I have to admit, I do like to see the what ifs because there's just so much you can do. It's said as Darstead. Okay, fair enough. I'll take your word for it. I do like to see these what ifs. Ooh. Rapido have passed along images of the rails exclusive single veranda 6-wheel SECR brake van. I used to annoy Jen talking about how we pronounce things. I used to annoy Jen because SECR, I would always say, hey, it's Seeker, and she would go, no, it's not, no, it's not, and then they get really upset. But you know, why not? There's another look at their brake fans. That is a different one, isn't it? Yes, because that's a single veranda. That's double. That's interesting. I don't know why you would have the difference, but okay. Suppose one's easier to get in and out of, perhaps, with large thing. I don't know. They look very nice. It looks almost... Okay, I'm going to bring this up on bigger screen. Let's move this over so you can see it. See what I'm talking about. See this bit here? It looks like there's been something else there. Where it's put something over it. See what I mean? It's like there's a plate over the top. Or there was, and then it's been removed. That is really interesting. From my point of view, that looks really interesting because it looks like it's been used. Very cool. Single veranda was earlier than double, both for the same company. Fair enough. Let's move this back over so you can see it without without all the stuff about Jenny and getting stuff wrong in her intros. LBSCR E1 available to pre-order. Rapido trains. That's an interesting looking thing. Should I just sell my Lima crab because I can't free up the non-motorized wheels up unless someone can help me? I don't know. Ruben Ashwell says, looks like a decal fault. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like they've had a plate across the top and then it's been removed later on. Looks like a transfer rather than tamper printing. Fair enough. Just looks like a sticker. Oh, in that case, guys, I am sorry for making a big thing about something that is a fault. Whoops, sorry. Hello to Walter Road. How you doing? What was it? Ruben Ashwell says, pronouncing abbreviations as words. I've been watching a lot of phone jacker clips with that. 14 versions of this E1 to choose from. That's quite interesting. It looks rather nice. There's a lot of detail there. Looks like a chunky monkey, as I would say. Chunky monkey. Wardle Road. Save the wagons. What's this? So, hi all. I have set a bit of a crazy high goal, but even a few pence would help. Transportation costs have gone through the roof, as you can imagine, with the cost of fuel increasing. Please read if you have a few moments. So this is a GoFundMe from Wardle Road. We're going to have a look at this and see what comes up. If anything comes up. Oh, come on, my machine. Do it. Yes, give me some information. Give me information. So what have we got? Get off my screen, cookies. I only click accept cookies if there's a chance that they're actually going to send me some cookies. So this is a GoFundMe. I'm Ollie from the Wardle Road YouTube channel. I'm actually not Ollie. I'm just reading this out, you know. In heritage, wagons are often the last bits of rolling stock to receive any TLC, and often they can be seen at railways decaying at the end of sidings with long-term plans to fix and preserve them. I've been fortunate enough to own 3 wagons already. You've got 3? Oh my goodness, what are you doing, man? And those who follow YouTube can see the progress on them so far. While these wagons were fortunately on the CVR site already, there are many wagons that would require transportation for them to be preserved here. However, the cost of wagons may be minimal compared to the cost of getting them transported. The significant increase in fuel as well as the cost of living has pushed the cost of transportation higher than it's ever been before. This fundraiser aims to raise money that can be ring-fenced for when an opportunity arises to bring more wagons to the railway, save some from deteriorating beyond repair, and continue the restoration of the 3 wagons mentioned above. I'm hoping that with my money and money raised through this fundraiser, we can save many more wagons for the public to admire over the years. Yeah, I like this. This is a great idea. Because let's face it, we go to the Railway Museum and it's nice to see the big locomotives. But what were they pulling? I always like to see the other bits as well. So, oh, these are looking... I do like the weather. I shouldn't say it like this. I do like the weathering effect. There's actual weathering. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the link and share it in the chat. So you can see it for yourself. There you go. So I think that's a good cause. So yeah, definitely have a look at that if you can, guys. That would be great. Very kind of you to share this. So I read you. Appreciate it. You know what? Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry. What else we got here? This live video has ended. Athern was live. I don't know what that is. For the Athern August announce. Oh, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Athern August announcements. Say that 3 times while drunk. That's what you get. Can you tell I've been out in the sun? Now, then it was Jenny doing the diorama, which I was amazed how quickly that came together. It was like, whoa. And then what have we got? TMC's new 00 and N-gauge weathered stock. I do like the way they do their weathering. It's very cool. Let's move this over again so you can see it. Oh, let me just zoom in a bit. You can't really get a good shot on here, but the way they've weathered the tops so that it's like stuff comes around them, I love that. It's great. Then we move over to this one, and again, all the smoke and soot and stuff sticking on the top. It's brilliant. I do love the way they do their stuff. That is cool. Move this over so you can see it. For those of you wondering, this is the setup I use for Gamehammer, and we will be doing Monday night live later on, so stick around for at 10 o'clock on the Gamehammer channel if you want to see that. But this is the kind of setup I use with the Amstrad monitors. What have we got here? This is a solenoid decoder. Want to switch accessories digitally? Let's make it easy. Not just for solenoids. It's got solenoid written on it though. Very nice. What? Oh. Oh my goodness, they're a bit eye-catching, aren't they? Last call for CDA packs. China clay wagons have absolutely flown out the door since they first... I love statements like that. They've flown out the door. Tweet, 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 tweet. It's like, go and catch them before they get away. I'm trying to sell those. Oh, I do like to keep myself amused, let's say that. So, but yeah, these do look very nice. So they're now low in stock. $74.95 per triple pack. Probably not a bad price. It looks like a lot of detail on there. Engage 262 large prairie from Sonic Models. I don't know Sonic Models. Are they new, or are they just one that Jen hasn't checked out because they're the wrong scale? What's going on? Ah, it's Engage, so it'll be a wrong scale for what Jen generally does. But they're looking quite nice, very detailed. What we're looking at, pre-orders for 262 large prairie. It looks rather nice, actually. Oh, excuse me. What's this? Ah, the figures for the Titfield Thunderbolts. We recently announced that due to limitations with injection molding, we will be unable to produce the expected figures for the Titfield Thunderbolt Deluxe packs. We did say, however, we will continue to look into other options. After all, Thunderbolt's cab really does need a crew. We are excited to announce that we have commissioned Model U to develop these figures. Oh, lovely. So, excellent. They're going to actually have the figures. That is wonderful. I'm really happy with that. That's great news. All these Trains Gaming says, where's Jenny? Jenny is a little bit under the weather due to heat exhaustion. So there's not much I can do with that. Sorry to say. Let me just tilt this, because I tend to sit... I tend to Captain Kirk it in my gaming chair here, so I tend to sit off to one side, and as a result, I end up sticking my head out of the way. So, see if I can get the. I'm kind of on screen now, aren't I? If I move over the. Ah, that's better. If I just move over this way, I'm actually on screen, and the computer won't fall over. Hello, everyone. You can see me now. My goodness, this is an update. What else we got? Autumn 2022 Bachman. Tune in next week, 3rd of August, for Bachman's autumn announcements. What do you think Bachman have in store for us this day? Well, you know, I would like to say that they will finally listen to the call from all true, genuine Mortal Railway fans and construct the Mega Gronk. We need 4 or 5 different Gronks stuck together to create the Mega Gronk. It's the only way that we will achieve true stardom for the Model Railway community. What am I talking about? It's the Mega Gronk. We all know the Mega Gronk. It's like when they did the... J. Paul Anderson, Jen is unwell, so she's not here today, sorry. Francis Wadsworth. It's now my 10-year anniversary from when I started to work on the railway. Congratulations! 10 years is nothing to slip at. 10 years is nothing to sniff at. So there you go. Peter Jackson saying more Class 37 liveries. Quite possibly. Dominic's model Bangpanel says, do you like the Tomix range? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the Tomix range is. Sorry. Brand new Sonic models engaged. Is that the one that was announced just up here? This one? I'm betting that was the announcement because they can come in very quickly on behind each other. What's this? Whoa. That's a model? Oh my goodness. That's amazing. If that's a model, wow. So Kingston sub by Jason Schron says most model railway roaders fill every available space with industries or landmark scenic features. Yes. But real life is far more boring. Yes. Having grown up in the countryside, I can absolutely for 100% certainty say a lot of space is just kind of there, but there's nothing in it. Maybe a sheep or a cow every now and again. So yes, but real life is far more boring. We need to make room for some nothingness on our model railroads. This road is about 3 feet long, so that is a model. Wow, that's amazing. 3 feet long. It's the only thing between the track and the backdrop. In front of the tracks is a shed, and that's it. If you add some nothingness to your layout, it feels like your trains are actually going somewhere. That is actually a really good point. I like that idea. That is a great point. David Scott says, as we missed out on videos last week, will you be running them from the cupboard? So yes, absolutely. Probably start around 8 o'clock. We'll start doing some videos and we'll see how we get on with those. What were people saying? Something about sticking Gronks together. Mega Gronk would be a Class 32 if it's 4 8s. I like that idea, yes. Yes, that sounds great. 4 8s for a 32, yes. Payday Big Sale, which one was that? TMC. Unfortunately, that's probably over by now. Excuse me. So that's West Hill Wagon Works about their girder supports. Jen's a big fan of those. Excuse me. And we're back to the 27th of July now, so probably gone a bit far back. Whoa. Okay. When the photo booth is too small to couple the tender to the loco, it's rather impressive. A Curacraft live steamer will be going on the website later today. Live steamer! That's a big boy, isn't it? That is definitely a big boy. Woof. I do like that. That is something. You know what? For one of the monkey builds, we're going to absolutely have to build a big boy because that is something special. Definitely want one of those. So, guys, let's just reduce that and pop back onto the screen. So, yeah, that is pretty much the news. Big Chap says, is Gronk related to Grond? No, Gronk is the nickname of a Class 8 diesel shunter. Because it kind of goes Gronk, Gronk, Gronk. That's its kind of name. That's a Challenger, not quite enough wheels to be a big boy. Oh, well, in that case, thank you, Wobbler. I didn't know that. But it looks rather cool. Okay, looks like I'm messing the bottom of my screen. I haven't got the Jenny over. No, I haven't. Okay, that's fine. Looks... There we go. So, guys, we're going to start the videos about 8 o'clock or something like that. So that is a USA cab front steam locomotive from the Southern Pacific Railway, says Harry Shedwick. Yes, looked rather cool as well. Yeah. Zoe, do you know that there's a Hot Wheels stow and go version, railroad version of the... No, I didn't. I did not know that, but it sounds fun. I do like a Gronk. I like a Gronk a lot because they've got a bit... I think I say this every time I'm on this show on my own. There's something about a Gronk. It's the stuff on the sides. Like, all of this stuff where you see a load of locomotives and it'll be flat on the side, just blank. They'll have a bit of livery on or something like that. But aside from that, there'll be not a lot there. Well, I like it when there's something there. Let's put it that way. A bit of detail, something that is interesting. Like, take this for example, and let me just grab this. The Star Destroyer. Not a huge amount on most of it, but there's little bits here and there. And as a result, you end up with something that's interesting to look at. Whereas you see a lot of these things, they're just flat on the sides. It's just like, but do something with that area. Put a bit of art to it, you know? That's just how I am. That's why I like it. Micah Putnam Junction says, sent you a pic. That's the closest you'll get to remain. Yeah, it turned up on my watch telling me that you've done that. Give me a second to try and pull that up. What have you said? This is the closest you will get to 08. It's classed as a class 13. But that... But... Mega Gronk. We need some more Gronks. Gronk it up. Gronk it, baby. Gronk it. We need more Gronking. More Gronking for the win. Well, you know, I just like Gronks. They're fun. They've got a bit of personality to them. But that's how I see it. So, so that's a challenger rather than a thingamajig. Okay. Well, now we know. Now we know. So, what else have we got on screen? A lot of people talking about something. Where's the top of the... It would be quite funny to see 100,000 orcs chanting Gronk, Gronk, Gronk. Yes, you know, I was thinking about Lord of the Rings the other day. I haven't seen it for ages. I've got to look at it again. But I do love the extended version where Grond comes in and they're going Grond, Grond, and then you see this giant wolf's head battering ram moving toward the camera, and then it just fades to black and it says insert disc 2. Like, what a place to put the ending. So I hope you guys have had a fun week, and you're staying out of the sunlight. I would like Jen to have stayed out of the sunlight, but Jen would not stay out of the sunlight. Jen insisted on doing some DIY, so that's why I am here. What else have we got in chat? Do you know that this... I've read that one out already. Davil says, just pre-ordered an E1, but really want 2 or 3, but must pay the energy bills. Yeah, it's getting a bit annoying, that, isn't it? Oh, is there anything else coming through? Never-ending story adds some nothingness. Don't put the nothing from the never-ending story in your layout. You'll not have a layout left. It'll come along and just pull everything aside. I don't know where that voice came from. Grond was also the name of Morgoth's mace, so some think that Grond the battering ram was made from that. Oh, that is a very interesting point. Yeah, that sounds like very interesting. You might be right there. Sarah Davis says, I'm going to paint my Warhammer 40k orcs in the style of Peter Griffin. Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. For Warhammer 40k, I did my orcs the traditional way. So all my orcs are done in a standard orcish style. But my Space Marines, because I have the Orcs versus Space Marines starter set from before they Basically, they waited until I bought a set and painted them, and then they changed the rules again. So I don't keep up with it anymore because it's like, nah, they're gonna do that. I just don't want to. So I've got this set and I painted them up. I painted my orcs the traditional way, but my instead of having the ultramarines, which is pretty much what they were supposed to be for the set, I have painted mine as the Emperor's Children. So they've got a very purplish guise to them, and I thought it came out quite well. But I also did my Chaos Marines from Space Crusade back in the day in the kind of weird pinkish look that the Emperor's Children took on when they went to the dark side, the Chaos side. Like, oh, I do like having daft stuff to and talk about weird stuff. Perhaps you could paint cardigans and slippers on your own. That would be so cool. That would be so funny. Sarah Davis says, my Space Marines look more like Starfleet Voyager. That sounds brilliant. Yeah, that sounds great. You could do all kinds of weird armor effects. Like an entire set of Iron Mans. That would be cool. It's pouring with rain here, says Christian. I wish it was here. It's not here. It's just humid. It's so humid. If I end up sprouting gills by the end of this video, you know why. It's because it's humid. Alfonso Lapulce. I'm not sure how to pronounce your surname. Sorry about that. Is it Lapulce? I'm not sure. Hi Zoe and everyone else. When it comes to empty space, I'm only a 7 foot by 2 foot space to work with. So if I put nothing, there'll be no room for something. I know that feeling. Yeah, you're having limited space in here. It's like, it'd be nice to be able to say, well, I've got this little bit here where it's realism of nothing there. But there's also the need to actually have something to do with your layout, isn't there? Dominic's Model Barn Canal, do you know the Hot Wheels Spider Slam set? That does ring a bell. I couldn't tell you what it is, though. It's been a very, very long time since I did Hot Wheels. And by a very long time, I'm thinking about 36 years since I did Hot Wheels. I was never a big fan of Hot Wheels. I was more into Transformers. That's just how I was. Speaking of, I do have... Metroplex approves. Can someone explain why they thought it was a good idea to have just a thing that falls open on the front? This has never stuck since like 1986. So you have to kind of angle it like that just to keep the door closed. Whoever thought that was a good idea is silly. Let's put it that way. I really do like Metroplex though, he's cool. Let me just put this back before I accidentally drop it. Because he's very old now. And I don't want to try and put him back together. The Hot Wheels Spider Slam set was the first released in the early 2000s. Oof. I was not into Hot Wheels by then. I can tell you that right now. I was doing my first degree back then. Oof. Meant to be 30 degrees down the railway on Wednesday. At the moment, it's 21 degrees outside here. So there you are. Oh, and it's starting to feel it. The computer is warming up, but not too bad. It's the biggest issue is that it can't radiate heat away because everywhere is warm. So it's getting a bit iffy. Started with a fine drizzle here, says Ham Shackleton. Blue sky 10 minutes ago. My goodness, I could do with a bit of a drop. Alexa, is it going to rain tonight?
This evening, you can expect rain, with temperatures around 17 degrees Celsius.
Thank you.
Anytime.
So hopefully we'll get some rain reasonably soon, and then I can get the temperature down here, but my goodness. Oh. So earlier on, before the show started, someone was asking me about railway software and programs about that. Let's see if I can find it on... on here, what exactly was it? Yeah, could you recommend some good train-related games? Melchester says, don't you have a window in that room, Zoe? I do, but if I open the window, it won't help, because there's no breeze outside. It's just dead air. So it's not going to get any kind of throughput. Unless I start the house moving, then we're not going to get any movement. And that's kind of the issue. There's no wind at all. I've got a fan blowing cold air on the back of my computer, because the advantage of these iMacs is that basically the entire back of the computer is a giant heatsink. So I've got a fan blowing onto that, and hopefully that'll keep it cool to keep us going. But I just don't know. So if I end up going and jumping around, then that's the issue. But we'll keep going as how much we can. So Joe Smith asked, could you recommend some good train-related games? Your best one is something like Train Simulator 2. It's really great, or Train Sim World, that kind of game. Because it's got really up-to-date controls, which are great. Really up-to-date graphics, so it looks fairly real. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good, so you can really get into the experience. I really enjoy that. However, if you want to get a good strategic feel to it, something like Railroad Tycoon 2. I was trying to work out the word there. Railroad Tycoon 2, still an amazing game. The first one, pretty good, but Railroad Tycoon 2, that was for me the pinnacle of it. It was great. Big Chap says, Railway Empires is brilliant, and Humble Bundle have the full set dirt cheap at the moment. Do they? Let me just quickly bring that up, because I do have Railway Empires on my Xbox One, but to read anything that comes up on the screen, you've got to be pretty much right up at the screen, and it's not the best, because I don't want to sit that close to my screen. There's a reason that I've got a sofa. What was it? Wish I could send you some of our rain. Very soggy and mobile. Or is it Mobile, Alabama? I'm sorry to hear that it's soggy. Here we go. And Alfonso says, if you're not fussed about graphics, OpenTTD is the bomb when it comes to train games. Oh, yes. OpenTTD. It's or Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe. It's great. It's so good. Right, let's have a look at the bundles. What games have we got for bundles at the moment? Oh, they do! Railway Empire Complete Collection. Okay, I'm going to bring this up on screen. What have we got? So, pay at least $9.98 for 11 items. You get Japan, Germany, Northern Europe. Hey, there's a lot in this. Whoa. Yeah. So if you're going for $9.98, that's all of this. Give me this. You'll get all 11 items. Like 92 quid's worth of stuff. Wow. That's probably worth it. I've lost months to open TTD in the past set of ones. Yeah, I bet. So what we got? Windows and Linux only. If you've got a Mac, you can't play this. Which is why I have it on Xbox One. But apparently it's really well liked, so there we go. That looks pretty good. Yeah, if you're into your railway simulators, I believe this is very much in the style of Thingamajig. What's Thingamajig? Railroad Tycoon, if I remember correctly from when I was having a look at it. Yeah, Train Sim World 2 is on Game Pass. Yes, it is. That's how I play. So that's how I do it. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Railway Empire's Complete Collection. I'll put the link in the chat for any of you who want to give it a try. Whoa, that's a bit of a long link there to it. Okay, let's just take off the source there. Can I just quickly share? Where's the share button that will give me something that isn't a massive amount of Guys, you are not making this easy to share. Give me the damn share button. What are you doing to me? I'm just going to take off all of this bit here. Anyway, try that. If that works, I'll be amazed. And it does. It works. Excellent. So I didn't need all that mess on the end. Excellent. I have put the link in. There you go. I've played one version of or another of Transport Tycoon since '97. Got layouts so big they slow my machine down right now. I know that feeling. Jen and I have been getting to that point on Minecraft, of all things. because, well, we have got quite a large town on Minecraft to the point where it's actually starting to become a city. It's a lot of fun. And we've got a massive railway going on as well, which is always fun. So, guys, Guy Kent says, is Jenny away? No, she's unwell. She's having to have a lie down because she's got heat exhaustion, which is the one step down from heat stroke, where we would have had to take her to the hospital. So, yeah, she's recovering at the moment, and that's why she's not here. And you're stuck with me instead. Someone is burning something. Give me 1 second, guys, to quickly... I'm so glad my sense of smell's back after COVID. Just give me 1 quick second to check on my CCTV. Because someone somewhere nearby is burning something. It must be a neighbour. I can't see anything outside. Okay, that's alright then. I just got this smell of heat coming in and... So, in 15 minutes we'll start with the videos and we'll see how we get on with those. What else are we talking about in the chat? I do love Transport Fever 2. I don't know that one. But yeah, in terms of classic games, it sounds like you need to do some ice cream runs. Yeah, I could do that. Ice cream runs. But I'm trying to cut down as well. Jenny will wave the next time the run comes round. Oh, I've got a... I wish I could remember where I've put it, but I haven't got it out just now. Which is a shame, because I've got a CD, and it's the Settle to Carlisle Railway. Okay, that is getting... Guys, just give me 1 second. I've got to go and make sure that something isn't on fire downstairs. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's definitely the neighbours, but I have this unfortunate fear these days that when I was at university, I was playing Silent Hill. It's an old horror game, and I had a washing machine on. So while I'm playing Silent Hill, all of a sudden, I hear this incredibly loud bang, which made me jump out of my seat. So, I have this horror game on, getting really, really into it, and all of a sudden, bang! Jumped out of my seat, like, what was that? What was going on there? What was that? Rushed into my kitchen and found my washing machine was on fire. Which was unfortunate because I had my work clothes in it. So that was great. And ever since then, whenever I smell burning and I can't work out where it's coming from, it must be a neighbour or something because I've just had a look around the house, I now fear that my washing machine is on fire. It's something that's in the background and I will never be able to get rid of that, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. So what's going on here? Yes, Nichelle Nichols unfortunately passed away. Unfortunately, no one lasts forever, but it would have been nice if she'd stayed around a bit longer, but everyone has their time, and I hope she rests in peace. What else are we talking about? Who was having a barbecue tonight? Raining here, West Perthshire. I don't know, but hopefully it will cause the rain to come here. I loved that game, and someone was talking about, what was the Spectrum train sim? Brighton Bell or something? Southern Bell. Southern Bell Spectrum. All these Trains Gaming says, if something was on fire in your house, wouldn't the fire alarm be going off? Well, it takes a certain amount of smoke in the air for the fire alarm to go off, and it's only just like a slight smell of smoke, so I know it must be reasonably far away. So have we got a... Here we are. World of Long Plays is what I would love to see for videos of Southern Belle. No, I'm not seeing... It looks like World of Long Plays hasn't played it. Interesting. Evening Star was the other one. The Southern Belle and Evening Star. So let's have a look at images of Southern Belle from the ZX Spectrum, because that'll give you an idea. Right, here we are. This is the game Southern Belle on ZX Spectrum. Hopefully this won't be too loud. So, do we remember this? Oh my goodness, I certainly remember this. I used to play this because I had it on the Amstrad. And yeah, it's going fairly slow. It looks like it's going fairly slow, and the reason for that is that it's just pulling out of the station. But yeah, not bad. It wasn't a bad game. It was actually quite atmospheric. You're supposed to try and go a certain speed before you before you end up behind on the timetable, and try and keep to the London to Brighton route, and then correct timetable. It's a lot of fun. David, it's my model railway, says, I have an open field behind me and I'm surrounded by trees. To say I'm paranoid about field fire is an understatement. Yeah, I can imagine that. We have some large trees here, and given the weather, they're probably quite flammable. So I don't want to see that happen. So, there we go. Richard Sweeney says, that's not a silly fear, it's called experience. No need to apologise. None of us want to watch your Jenny again. Yeah, fair enough. When I hear the word Southern Belle, I picture a red-headed woman in a gingham dress. Do I lose my rail geek status? No, you don't. I had Southern Belle, thought it was a brilliant game for the time. It really is, it's not bad. I should do a live stream of it sometime, it would be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's atmospheric. You get into it quite well. So yeah, it's not bad at all. A friend of mine's watching London's Burning when two firemen burst through his back door. It's like, whoa, 3D TV's got really good these days. Do I remember the Hot Wheels volcano blower? I do not. Like I say, I wasn't really into Hot Wheels. Alfonso says, you might have just been classified as a Gone with the Wind geek. Wow. Funny you should say that. Because I was just having a look at that earlier on. 4-disc collector's edition. The film is on 2 discs, like Lord of the Rings, the extended versions. And then it's got a couple of extra discs for behind the scenes and stuff. So it's very nice. Almost 100 years old. That came out in 1939. Oof. Surround pounding 7.1. Oh, James Petts approves of things not being on fire. So do I, unless it's supposed to be on fire. Since I stopped smoking, my sense of smell has come back to when I was younger, says White Walls. Yeah, it's interesting that, isn't it? The amount of change that smoking actually does. It's very interesting. That you just don't notice the change to your sense of smell, your sense of taste, and things like that. Yeah. Same software company also did one for the Somerset and Dorset. Wasn't that Evening Star? I think that's Evening Star. Melchester says, wasn't that film recently banned? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a Google. Was Gone with the Wind banned? HBO did not ban, censor, or blacklist Gone with the Wind. It temporarily removed the film from HBO Max. Okay. That's the top. Yeah, it's temporarily pulled the film from its streaming service after a filmmaker called out its painful stereotypes. Okay. Why? We all know about it's painful. Of course it's full of painful stereotypes. It's from 1939. I'm sorry, but something filmed in 1939 is not going to have the morals and the viewpoints of the 21st century, because it's not the 21st century. So it always annoys me when people say stuff like that. But guys, if you want to say that something's bad, it's fine. Perfectly fine. You're welcome to say that. Perhaps even do what Warner Brothers did with some of their old cartoons when it was putting them out again. Like, just a sign that says on the start, here is the cartoon as it was created. It includes viewpoints that we do not adhere to now, and viewpoints that should not have been adhered to then, but we are not editing it because we want to show you what history actually was. That kind of thing. That to me is perfectly fine. But you know, there we are. It just annoys me when people say, "Oh, it hasn't got the right values." Of course it hasn't. It's from the 30s. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Alfonso, you're right. Filmed in 39, set in antebellum South. What could possibly go wrong? Oh my goodness, Ollie's Train says, right, best be off. Not here next week as I'm taking a week off. Returning on the 15th. Take care and have a great holiday. Oh my goodness, yeah. Song of the South, my goodness. How they got away with that at the time, I don't know. That's just, yeah. Even back then, someone should have looked at that and gone, I'm not so sure about that, guys. Do we really want to put this out? But then, yeah, it's Disney. What can you say? Oh, the worst part is some of the songs in that film are catchy. Think you put so much effort into something that's so wrong. Nigel says, but there was no political or racist problems in the 1930s, surely. Sarah Davis says, editor, but the edited version of the 87 Robocop is cringingly... Oh, yeah. Oh, there's some of the edits that used to be on TV for that film. There are entire parts of that film that you just don't see on TV. I watched it on Netflix and was like, did they add in even more compared to the DVD version? Didn't the crows get... Okay, the thing with Dumbo is, one of those crows is called Jim Crow. They knew what they were doing when they put those crows in. So, yeah. Right, guys, should we move on from our usual thing of getting sidetracked and actually look at some videos? Oh, they tried to cancel Buster Keaton's The General because Buster's character was on the Confederate side. Was he? Huh. My goodness. Web page and one other page are not responding. Oh, for goodness sake. Just move to the other... Apparently, yeah. If I've been jumping and going all jerky, I apologise. It appears that... Oh, it's getting a bit warm. Yeah, it appears that some issues are coming in with the computer. Oh, for goodness sake. Safari has decided it doesn't want to work. Close down that, and let's try again. Gmail. Let's see if this works. Is it time for videos, says Peter Jackson. It is! I'm going to put my headphones on. Because you never know, we might have some... Right. Let's have a quick look and find the Monday Club. Whoa, we've got a lot of video. Oh, Jen didn't show any last time, did she? Because I was not doing too well. Okay, let's see how we got. When Jenny's away, the Monday Clubbers play. Absolute. Ruben Ashwell says, just use Google Chrome. No. The thing about Google Chrome is it's a good browser, but it grabs memory. It doesn't give it back. So when you're trying to do stuff like this, which has a large memory overhead, it gets a bit problematic. So let's have a look. Let's turn the sound on. We have one here from Ginty Steam when he went to Statfull Barn. So this should be interesting. If I heard the new Railway Children film is at best a woke Enid Blyton story and bears no resemblance to its period, as remembered by people who were there at the time period. A woke Enid Blyton story? If Enid Blyton was in the same room as someone who was woke, then it would be like a matter-antimatter explosion. Enid Blyton's like the most non-woke author you can think of.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything, but recently I got the opportunity to visit the Stapfold Barn Railway with my colleagues at the Miniature Railway Workshop, of which now I am an employee.
Oh.
This was my first visit to Stapfold, and first impressions were good from the start.
I like this style. Ginty Steam, you've got a good style here. Okay, we're gonna have to skip on because there's music. I do like Stapfold Barn. It's worth. If you haven't been yet, guys, it's well worth having a visit.
This massive searchlight reminds us of how important the narrow gauge railways were in the Second World War. There are more engines on display as you walk through. Makes you wonder how they got that up there, doesn't it?
Ah, I know how they got that up there. They just chucked it.
Dedicated to the
Catch!
Motor Company, featuring a few toy hundreds, including this one, which has been sectioned to show the internal working of a Poi Hunslet.
Oh, wow.
Pressing this button activates a motor to turn the wheels.
Oh, Ginty, you've got some great editing here. This is... Oh, that is cool. That is very cool to see. We'll jump this on a little bit, see what else we got. I think, guys, this is a half-hour video, and from what I'm seeing here, it's like a BBC documentary. This is really well done. What's the email address for the Monday Club photos? It is zoe.robinson@gmail.com. Time to guess who would be the 5 characters in the famous 5 if Enid Blyton. If Enid Blyton went woke, there wouldn't be any characters left. This is very nice. Yeah, Ginty Steam has done a really nice good job here. Nice bit of on loco movement there. Oh, look at the steam tractors coming up. I'm just jumping through because I have put the link in. But wow, this is looking good. Oh, and the little ride-on ones, the mini ones. I love them. They're great.
At around 1 o'clock, the miniatures lined up for a big whistle.
Oh, this is so well done. Yeah, this is really nice. Oh, oh, that is fantastic. I love it. Speaking of Kickline, Netflix have announced a brand new movie for the franchise called The Oak Ridge Grand Prix. Nice! Netflix are doing an awful lot of stuff like that at the moment. It's good to see.
It really put into perspective how many were there. Miniatures of varying types and scales.
I wonder if my father-in-law's Garrett was there. He sold on one that he made, and it tends to do the rounds now. My goodness. The amount of work that goes into building these things is quite phenomenal. Let's just jump on for a final look at something. Like I said, I've put the link into the chat, so I'll just grab it again.
Harrogate again, making another run past Oak Ridge.
Yeah, this is well worth having a look at. It's half an hour long, and it's very, very well made. Click on the like button. Yeah, this is very cool. This is so well done. I have to ask, Jinty, are you using some kind of steady cam, or are you just got really, really steady hands? Because when I'm panning around, I always end up wobbling it a little bit. It's very annoying. I have to try and process that out. That is very cool. So yeah, thank you for that. Thanks for sharing that. That's really cool. Thank you. What else have we got from our big set? George Langstaff must have forgotten to add the link. No problem. What have we got here? A fun video, he says. Okay, let's have a look at this. And load up. Oh no!
More roofs to repair.
No, you're not. No, get off my screen. Ah! Horrible adverts for terrible animations. Skip the YouTube trial. I don't want it. Hey, hey! Hang on. What? There's all kinds of sounds going. What's going on here? Oh, I love it. Who's that on the side? You've got chef's faces on there. That is cool. Who is this again? White wall wheels. I don't know who's what. It's not who. I don't know what's making that noise, but it's funny. Mod Railway Noob says YouTube Premium for the win. To be honest with you, I probably should, because the amount of times we have that come up these days. Yeah, I probably should. I don't like the idea of giving them money because they're annoying with all the adverts. And it's like, no, you will not annoy me into doing this. If I want to give you cash, I will, but do not pressure me like this, gentlemen. But that's not quite how it works, is it? Those sounds sound like the island of Sodor to me. I'm pretty sure the engines have had trouble with cows and sheep before, says Ruben. Yeah. This is really cool. I do like the purple one. That is nice. Very eye-catching. It looks like it's like Chef Boyardee or something on the side of those. I do like this. It's fun. Some fun from his collection. It's a 4-minute video. That's really cool. Meow. Wow, they're zooming along. Ironhorse says, if everyone went to YouTube Premium, how would any users receive ad revenue? Well, the thing about YouTube Premium is they do send you ad revenue based on percentage. So it is possible to get an income from it and still make a living, but I can't say whether it's comparable, because then I'd have to go into all the details on what we get in as content producers, and that's not supposed to be happening. It's actually in the terms of service that you're not supposed to share that. I'm just getting a message from my mum. She's sending me something that's arriving on Saturday, so hopefully I'll be in. I'm pretty sure I will be. Look at the size of this thing. My goodness. Oh my goodness. This is a huge layout. Sorry, Iron Horse Railways, I didn't realise I was making you yawn when I yawned. Sorry about that. This is a really lovely layout. I love the amount of fun that's going on in it. I just saw some, look like birds flapping on a thing. Who is that? Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory. Right, I see. That is cool. That is really cool. Oh, I'm loving this. Right, let's skip on. That's fun. Yes, Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory. Oh my goodness, he's printed that on card and then glued it on. Very nice. That is cool. I like that. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Oh, here we are. Next up we have... Who's sending me... Putnam Junction. Yes, it comes up on my watch these days, so every time someone sends me a message, it's like someone grabs my arm and shakes it because it buzzes. It's very hard to get used to this. So next up we have a photograph from Edward Elric. Bring that up. See if I can bring this to full screen. Yes. So what have we got here? That is a really nicely detailed bit of grass. I like this here as well. I'm not sure. Is that damaged cement? Old damaged cement, or is that a kind of mucky pond? I don't know, but it's cool. Whoa! I didn't know I could do that with my mouse. Okay, I'll try not to do that too much. Very cool rust effects on your bridge there. Oh. And just before anyone else says it, because I saw it first, TARDIS! Oh, Richard Swiderski got in there just as I was saying it. What about the sounds? You missed off the sound. Surely you guys can hear the sounds. I'm pretty sure you guys could have heard those sounds because it was coming up on my graphic equalizer on the screen that the signal was coming through. This is very cool. Thank you so much for sending that in. That is fun. Looks really nice. It's a good layout, that one. I really like that. Yeah, everyone's saying nice layout. It really is. It's a very cool layout. Right. Now, a few weeks ago, we were talking about... remember Jack the Baboon? The guy on the South African railway who trained a baboon, which is very cool. So, what have we got here? Can I... If I download this picture, I'll be able to turn it around, won't I? Let me try and download that. Okay, just give me 1 second. And let me open this up. We might go a little bit judgy. We might not, I don't know. It should be okay. I'd hope it's okay. We're not even overheating at this point. So let's hope this works. I'm bringing up a picture. And while it's loading up, let's read this out. Hi Jenny and Zoe. I missed the video sent in during the live broadcast, but when watching the recorded live stream I saw it plus the discussion about the baboon. It is true there was a baboon named Jack that worked as a signalman in Wittenage. I don't know whether I'm saying that right. Wittenage, South Africa. I lived in Wittenage from 92 to 2004. The story of Jack happened in 1884. Jack's owner, James Edwin Wide, lost both his legs in an accident in 1877. I'm sorry to hear that. He was then offered a job in Wittenage as signalman. To travel between his home and the signal box, he made a trolley that would ride the rails from his home to the signal box. He then trained the baboon Jack to push the trolley. James saw that the baboon was very intelligent and he named each lever in the signal box by calling the lever's name. Jack would then pull that lever. Jack would wait for the train to pass and return the lever to its original position. Another one of James' tasks was to give the key to lock on the turntable. To lock on the turnout that leads from the main line to the call stage of the loco driver. The signal was for 4 short blasts from the loco whistle. One day, when the driver blew the whistle 4 short blasts, Jack ran and got the key and passed it to the driver without ever being taught how to do it. Jack served with James Wide for at least 10 years. That is cool. That is really cool. And we've been sent a picture to go with this. So if I bring this up and hopefully if I do Control R, it should turn. Yeah, it does. Right, here we go. So we can have a look. There he is. There's Jack. Wow. He's carrying the stuff there. Yeah, he's pulling the levers. He's pulling the levers and pushing the cart. Oh my goodness. It makes it all the more real when you actually see him. The guy was tiny. The baboon, he was so small. I always think of baboons as quite big, but they're actually not. They're about the size of kids, aren't they? Wow. That is cool. I like that. Thank you so much for sending that in. Oh, man. Oh, just bringing history alive there. That is fantastic. Thank you so much, Henry, for sending that in. What have we got next? Josh's Railway Adventures. Hi, Jenny and Zoe. Last Tuesday I went to London to get some clips from a channel. I went to King's Cross and also Wembley Stadium stations. Took some photos of both stations, but I'm going to send you photos of 191 I saw, which was 91119 in the Intercity Swallow livery. Wow. Alfonso says, maybe the staff at Huddersfield should train their cats as dispatchers. Jerry PPR says, RMT saying they're being paid peanuts. This is about getting monkeys. Here we go. So, I think Jack was actually a paid employee of the... That is cool. And this is cool as well. This is a different Intercity livery to what I'm used to. That is actually quite a striking livery. I was always... the one I remember, the Intercity livery, was mostly black. So, a lot of it being white is actually something I wasn't familiar with. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. It's an issue of drinking lots of Coca-Cola. You end up with bubbles. That is very cool. What? Ah, you get a bit of a lower shot there. Very nice. Take care, John Wah. Thanks for coming along. Lovely to see you. Intercity Swallow livery. Oh, it's getting a bit weathered there. That is actually interesting. Not a weathering style I would normally see on a model, because you generally don't. But interesting to see how it would go weathered. Oh. Intercity Depot 1977 to 2017. Wow. Very attractive logo, says Values 56XX. Yeah, it is. It's an interesting looking thing. So, it's... Oh! The line there with the white. So, is that a different colour there? Wow. I don't remember that. Yeah, it's a different colour. It's two-tone on the base. I thought there was just white across the bottom, but it's not. That is interesting. It's Intercity Executive livery. These liveries are far more complicated than I remember. As a kid, I didn't really pay that much attention because we didn't tend to go on a huge amount of railway journeys. I suppose when you're kids, you don't. You like to and from school, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for sending these in. That was really nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's beige. Yeah. So thank you, Josh's Railway Adventures, for sending that in. That is very... Cleaner got bored, says Valleys. Oh, I like that. That is fun, yeah. Right, so... Got a fair few more to get through, but I think we've got the time. So... Got one here from Pete Jackson who says... A little short video of an ex-L&Y pug number 19 doing a spot of shunting at Bury. Very cool. Copy the link, so let's have a look at this. Beep beep. Are we getting the... Yes, we are. Executive liveries are favourite, says Trains on the Go. It is a very good one. Oh, I know where you were for that, Bury Bon. Yeah, I know where that is. Because I've stood there. I don't often recognise these things. Don't start playing other videos. We don't have permission to show that video. So don't oh, YouTube trying to be too helpful. Oh, that was really cool. Thank you very much. I do enjoy stuff like that, yeah. Josh's Railway Adventures doesn't appear to be on here tonight. I thought it was earlier on. He might have headed off. Oh well. People are, of course, free to come in and out. We're not going to stand at the door with a net, like, where are you going? Come here. Or anything like that. I wouldn't possibly do that. For a start, I don't have a net. I do. I do have a grabber. I could stand at the door with a grabber and think, where are you going? But mainly I use this for getting video games off the top shelves. No joke, I actually do use it for that. And it's very useful. Now that's going to fall over during the thing and I'm going to get scared, isn't it? Just stand. Oh, for goodness sake, there we are. Right, what are we up to? Another one from Pete Jackson, another little short video. This time it's a clip of a model railway based on Bristol goods shed in broad gauge days. The layout was displayed at the Railx Buxton show on the 2nd of July 2022. Let's have a look. This is cool. A lot of good use of scale there. These are nice. Is that tin plate? Looks a little like tin plate or die cast. This is very cool. Stop trying to send me to other video. Oh, stop. I've got to get YouTube to stop doing that. Thank you so much, Peter, for sending that in. That was very cool. Thank you. Did you guys even see that? Was I on screen for the whole thing? I have a horrible feeling I was on screen for the whole thing. Yeah, swap telly. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's try that again. Let's try that again. This is really nicely detailed, and it does look a little bit like it's die cast or tin plate for some of these. Although these days with the painting effect on some of these, it's actually quite staggering what you can get away with. The detail on these is lovely. I'm really enjoying it. Is it small or far away? Yes. That is very nice. You can get plugins that automatically disable autoplay. Yeah, I probably should. It's very annoying when stuff comes up there. Because now you see the emails and also I don't want to give out people's email addresses. That's the thing. That's why we always try to keep the Monday Club stuff off the screen. Because I don't want to give out your email address, you know? I don't want to be that kind of person. You can click to stop autoplay. Yeah, I tried and it doesn't do it. It's very annoying. So, who have we got next? Richard Swiderski. Always a pleasure with Richard's stuff. Well, what have we got here? Video for you tonight. The Lancaster. Steam train and Lancaster bomber in Cheshire. Oh, this will be fun. So we're going to have a look at this. Let's see if Hello, Mels. How are you doing? Let's see if I can get this up. Come on.
Hey, I'm Joey, and I'm one of the 30 AI voices from Speechless.
Okay.
You listened to this video until now, and you probably
get off the screen, Joey. Go on. Get off the screen. It is a very surprising. I have actually watched that advert because that did not sound like AI generated speech to me, and I'm still not convinced that it is. That is a chunky locomotive. That is a chunky one. And here's the thing, while we're watching this, look at the way the plants and foliage is swaying. I wonder how hard it would be to get some kind of animation of foliage swaying on a layout. Because we've seen earlier on little birds flap, 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 because you can get little animations where they just flap, flap, flap. Wonder how hard it would be to have just little areas where it's just flowing in the breeze. Probably more, probably trickier to do than it's worth, but you never know, do you? There you are, that was very nice. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put the link in. Oh my goodness. goodness, I do like an aircraft. Wow, that's a big one. 4 propellers. The sound, my goodness. You practically feel it. Oh my goodness, that is wonderful. Oh my goodness. That is superb. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sending that in. 4 Merlins at full chat. Yeah. Oof. That is so cool. So where's my button that turns off autoplay? Because it's not there, is it? What if I go back to default view? Nope, it's not there either. Well, there you are. No auto. Oh, there it is. They've moved it again. Autoplay is now turned off. There we go then. I don't remember turning that. Jenny has been watching some very strange things. Watermelon versus helicopter. That sounds like a recipe for madness, if ever I saw one. Thank you so much for sending that in. We've got a fair few videos still to go, but I think we've got time. Is that the last flying Lancaster? I don't. You know, it might well be. There aren't many left if it's not. That was great. Thank you so much. So what we got next is from Warbler Productions, who says, another video of a steam rail tour passing through Atherstone. This time with a locomotive that used to pass through here regularly in the days of steam. Stania Pacific number 6233, the Duchess of Sutherland. Oh, I think this is what we've just seen. Okay, so let's have a look. We're getting it from a different location. Here we go. Can we hear it coming? Can we hear it coming? Come on. Come on, you know you want to go. Where is it? Oh, I can hear it. Beep, beep. Oh, the Doppler effect. Wow, that's pulling a lot of stuff. Very cool. Yeah. That is cool. Thank you. Hi 3B Rail. Hope you've had a good time. Night night to you. Take care. That is fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Warbler. You've got a really good camera there. The colour depth is great. Yeah, that's very nice. Meow. Whichever one says the sound effect is meow. Yeah, it is kind of, isn't it? Okay, what we got up next from Chris Clanton says, hi Zoe and Jenny, I'm part of the team putting on the Making Tracks 2 at Chester Cathedral. Oh, we haven't had a chance to see that yet. It's been a hectic 4 days prepping for the open day. Glad to say it started to bed in with trains running more or less smoothly. Oh, excuse me. It's always a good thing when the trains run. I managed to get a few clips to give you a flavour. So let's have a look at this. Oh, it's 64 feet long with 30 different trains running on full. My goodness, that is massive. And the Fittler Yard is congested. When we join this year's track and last year's together, it's going to be an awesome 135 feet. Oh my goodness. Definitely need to see this. Definitely need to see this. So let's have a look at this. Okay, I don't know whether we can get a copyright strike on that, so turn the music off. Sorry to say, gotta be careful with music. This is from Cheshire Lines. This thing is enormous, absolutely enormous. Wow. Oh my goodness. And look at the depth of detail on it as well. Wow, this thing is a thing of beauty. The fiddly yard is 100% congested, as it should be. Wow. Getting a real sense of scale with it as well. This is wonderful. That is amazing. I'm loving the trees on the side as well. It's, they feel real. That organ got me in trouble with YouTube copyright last year, says Ruben Ashwell. Well, I hope it doesn't get me in trouble this time, because Jenny will not let me hear the last of it. Let's put it that way. Wow. Less CO2 DHL. So this is a modern one. At 0:37 the music has stopped. Cool. Ah, just as it's finished. Well, thank you so much for sending that in. That is brilliant. That is amazing what we've seen there. Oof. Krista Duke is trying to get rid of a child now. I'm not sure that would be legal or go down well with the authorities. So, Flammer Chen one says, nice layout. I heard someone complain about the static grass. Why would you complain about this? It's like, oh, this grass. Oh, it's too static. Needs to look less real. Like, what? Get off. Go on. Some people are just never happy and always want to look for some reason to get annoyed. And it really, really irks me when they do that. Oh, I do like saying stupid things to see how people react. Let's have a look and see what comes up with Richard Stursky here. Google, stop putting adverts on. I don't want to know about your silly, silly things.
In business,
I'm just talking over your advert as well, so you might as well not even bother. So, oh, it's another one from Making Tracks. Giant roundy says Iron Horse. Amazing what an unlimited budget and a full team can achieve. Yes, I'm sure. Yes. Whoa. Now that looks real. Pete's Cathedral layout is a scale mile. Yeah, I heard that, yeah. So we're getting a different angle now, as seen in Railway Modeler, yeah. And all over the internet, because let's face it, this thing is huge. Oh my goodness. Oh, starting to jerk a bit. Oops. Breaking everything around me. Yeah, it's still alright. I'm loving the way he's got the weird tint to the things, to the water even. But of course, in most canals, it wouldn't be blue, would it? It wouldn't be holiday brochure blue. One layout in more than one time zone. Only layout in more than one time zone. That would be interesting. It's huge. Did you get to see that Heaton Lodge layout area? It was fantastically done, but my friend who signs the route as a driver was convinced the scale was slightly off. Which one was Heaton Lodge? We see so... I have to admit, I am terrible with names, and we see so many that I forget what's what. Actually, this is a bit loud, isn't it? Turn it down a bit. This is really cool. I'm loving this. That is... It's just lovely. The only complaint I've got about this layout is that I haven't seen a TARDIS on it. Where's the Doctor? Doctor should be there. It is very cool though. Jerry BPR says, I noticed half my comments have been censored by YouTube. Why? What are you saying? I can guarantee I'm not touching any of them, so I don't know. What have you been saying? But yeah, YouTube can be a bit iffy at times. Oh, so now we get an idea of what's going on in that bit. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my goodness, the sheer size of it. You get a proper idea from the length on that. It's like, whoa. There's a railway TARDIS on it. You have to look for it. Oh. Excellent. Well, we'll have to have a look. Heaton Lodge is the O-Gauge layout. Right. That is a... This is an amazing one. Oh, we're getting this... Yeah, there's the proper sense of depth. That thing is massive. Layout, facts and figures. It's huge. Oh, and here's the... Yeah, I can see what you mean about congested fiddle yard. That is quite something.
No.
My goodness.
No, I will walk around you, don't you worry.
That is amazing.
Sam's brought Duke of Gloucester along. So just give that a few runs around.
Oxford Canal Crick Road. I like how he's named every single part of it. This is a replica of a certain part of the country, isn't it? It's not just built for the hell of it. It's actually it's a replica of the area, isn't it? If I remember correctly. That is so cool. I need to see this in person. Because I think you all know I'm not the... Top chat versus live chat. I always go for live chat. That's the way I do it. Because that way you can actually see what's going on. That is very cool. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That is great. Oh, no wonder it's slow and judgery. I accidentally had the video open twice. Well, that's not going to do well. They ran Thomas the Tank Engine on the layout. Fantastic. That is great. Oh, that is cool. Yeah, it's an area of the West Coast main line at Rugby. Fantastic. Could I post the link for them? Did I not post the link? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had. Sorry, let me just grab that again. There you go. Richard, thanks for sharing. That was really good. So what have we got up next? Please find attached a link to an excerpt of a video I'm working on. It's a short documentary about the local suburban trains made in South Africa during the 1960s. This is from Andrew Johnson at Blairgowie. So let's do this. Let's bring that up. This should be very interesting. Okay.
The first electric motor units to run on South African rails were to run on the former Cape Town to Seapoint line. EMU trains were being tested 6 months after an announcement in the Cape Town Argus dated the 5th of April 1927. The South African Railways introduced the 5 M2A electric motor coaches in 1961. They have been so much part of the South African railway commuter scene in densely populated towns of Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg and Pretoria that they have become invisible. The basic design of the train sets were based on the original 5M2 series made by Metro Camel in the latter part of the 1950s.
That looks
Union
amazing.
Carriage Workshops in Nigel was a fledgling company, but it was considered to be a good idea to construct a series of locomotives locally. More than 1,000 motor coach units were produced, and over 2,500 coaches to a basic design were made over a period of 24 years. Often these trains are in the background and would either be in the way of the photographer's photos or obstructing a high-speed express train.
This is fantastic. Wow. It's great to see all this old archival footage. This is wonderful. Oh my goodness, that one looks so dinky next to the other ones. It's like a tiny, tiny train compared to this big thing.
They have been abused, used as targets to throw stones or shoot bullets at, and even burned by vandals.
Oh my
To
goodness.
the drivers of these mundane trains, I doff my hat, as they travel through the worst parts of the greater metropolitan areas, even needing an armed guard as an escort to perform their duties.
Whoa, my goodness. What on earth? Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we all need to see the full documentary here. Because, wow. And I thought some of our railway lines got a bit bad. My goodness. That's a big one.
Sometime in the mid-1990s, the Gulf red and grey livery was altered to a yellow and grey, with Metro replacing the SAR.
Wow.
This livery looks good on a clean and fresh model, but in reality, the coaches always appear to be dirty and covered in graffiti.
They look so happy to be there. It's always the case with the kids, isn't it? It's like, yeah, alright, I'll be here. Don't really want it, I want to go home. That's certainly how I was anyway. But maybe other people are different. But I was always that kid. Like, can we just go? No, you can't. You have to actually get involved and see some culture. That was very interesting. Thank you so much for sending that over. I did put the link in, didn't I? Yes, I... Pretty sure I did, yeah. Yes, I did. So thank you so much for that, Black Harry. That was great. Next up we have Dongits, who sent over... Here's the latest construction video for my layout. Excellent. Have a quick look at this then.
Welcome back to my study and to Dongit's Model Railway. I'm currently stuck in dependency hell. Multi-level layouts have a problem where you need to finish the layer below before building the layer above. But where you have multiple gradients, things can get more complex than usual. What I want to do is lay the track across my lovely 4-track lift-out bridge. This means I need to lay the roadbed on the north side of the room, so the track has somewhere to go when it comes off the bridge. That requires fixing down the running surface over the workbench, as the roadbed will span onto it. That means putting the first 3 supports under the rising gradient towards the terminus station, and that requires working out the exact height difference between the junction and the terminus, which requires building the flat part of the terminus.
Yep. It's not easy, but it's worth it in the end. Skipsy Train says, hello everybody, sorry I'm late.
Cuts. A mitre saw which can be adjusted to cut at any angle is a very useful tool. For model railway use, one of the smaller end of the scale will handle all of the sizes of timber
is it early? He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
The frame for the terminus is relatively straightforward, at least initially.
Oh wow.
This is a permanent layout, so I can attach stuff directly to the wall. I use a notched horizontal and screw it directly into the studding. Of course, I can't fix the running surface of the terminus board down because I haven't finished the track laying underneath it, which is what I was trying to do in the first place. But I can build it measure the height, and pull the top back off later.
Yeah, that sounds like the best way. Richard Squaresky says, we can see you.
While I'm cutting the station
What do you,
out, have a look around
what do you mean?
the page for a subscribe button and a like button.
I'm not Gandalf.
If you're watching on YouTube, there's also a bell to set your notification settings.
Wow. It's quite a job, isn't it? It's a good thing these things are a labour of love. Wow.
There is a filing cabinet here that I'm building around. In order to get the trackbed as low as possible, I'm putting the baseboard surface directly on top of the cabinet.
That's a good idea.
Had I have put a conventional 2x1 frame under the surface here, the gradient would have been too steep. The filing cabinet will effectively become a load-bearing part of the layout, supporting the front corner. I'll also hide a stiffening beam in what will become the platform surface, so
That's
even
a
if I
good
need
idea.
to slide the filing cabinet out later temporarily, it's not just going to be unsupported ply in this corner.
That's a really
The
good
other option
idea.
I had was to shorten the terminus station, ending it before the filing cabinet. This would have meant shortening the trains by at least one if not two coaches in most cases. After this point, the supports get complicated, because there's not much of the lower frame to connect to. I've also made a mistake here. I put some wiring through the only bit of main board frame that I can actually connect to. Instead of doing what everyone is going to expect, and disconnecting the cables at one end, threading them all back through, and rerouting them away from the bit of wood I find I need, I'm going to be an absolute savage and just cut them. Don't worry though, I'll be back later to make this into a new location for electronics, because I will need some to drive the junction, which sits right above here, and that would require cutting all of these wires anyway. Keep an eye out for a video about that later. I'm going to use the ply sandwich technique here to build the remaining supports. As I've got quite a few of these to build, and there's enough going on in this video already, I'll make a video going into more detail about these later on.
So the cardboard...
Anyway, now I
oh,
have
it
this
is,
support
yeah. The
made,
cardboard
I can
gives you an
measure the
idea.
precise difference between these two levels.
That is a really
From there,
good
I can
idea.
calculate both the precise gradient of the ramp and the heights of each of the supports. The precise numeric value of the gradient isn't actually as important as you think it is. What's most important is maintaining a smooth gradient all the way up. Having calculated the new heights, the design was off by 2mm at this point here. Had I just winged building this, there would have been a noticeable increase in gradient at this point, and it would have been steeper than necessary up here. My gradients are already at the steeper end of the scale of what's acceptable, so keeping it as smooth as possible also keeps it at the lowest it can be, which will be important in terms of maintaining haulage ability.
There's the
Now
link
I have
again.
the design sorted, I can move the cat
Hey.
out of his new hiding place and then build the final part of the frame here. Again, I'm mounting it to the wall in convenient places.
I can guarantee
Once
the cat
frame
will
is
be
complete,
back.
This top can be secured down.
You've done amazing work here.
I need a full-scale plan for this entire side of the layout to plan out the roadbed. That's a lot of printing, cutting and sticking to create this. I only have an A4 printer. If you can get access to A3 or even bigger, then this gets a lot easier. Do check regularly that your lines are straight with a long ruler or other straight edge. It's easy to accidentally introduce a slight kink somewhere which will make things not tessellate properly. Now I have the plan, I can cut it to shape and use it as a template to cut sections of the closed cell foam I use as roadbed. I've covered what the foam is and how I glue it down in a previous video. As I'm doing a much bigger section here, I need a lot more improvised weights though. The glue is now dry, and this part of the baseboard is ready for some track work to begin. I couldn't resist laying out these points temporarily to mock up the junction here. However, there's a few other problems I need to solve first. One, I just cut the main bus wire for the layout in half. I need to fix that because part of laying track is testing that things run over it, and without power, that's not going to be possible. Two, the rest of the wood for the layout is currently occupying my living room, and I'm under pressure to move that, so I should complete the rest of the uprights and surface before starting on the track layout here. See you next time up here in the study at Donget's Model Railway.
Oh wow, you've got sound effects.
Introducing Speech Alert.
Get off
The
me
most
screen,
natural
this
sound.
speech thing. Oof. That was really good. Thank you so much for sharing that. Great model cat. I know, so realistic. That was so cool. Thank you so much for sending that. So apparently we've had a message in from the 1970s here via Mark Wilson. I believe we've got some incoming images from Birmingham New Street. Let's go straight over. That is so well done. I love the framing by coming through the wire mesh. That is cool. That is so nice. That cat is not to scale. But was it just really close to the camera? Oh, very nice. The amount of just weathering and detail is just amazing. So cool. I love these pictures. They're so well done. Oh, how could I put this? The level of what can I say? It looks real. That's what I'm pretty much trying to say here. The level of realism is just so good. Yeah, the weathering on the concrete is impressive. Yes, amazing. It feels right. I always love this. Whoa, some very interesting vehicles there. And what I love here is, as well as, I'm gonna try and make there it is. The mouse is bigger now. The way that you've got different patches on the road, so even the roadway isn't just flat. It's not just been put down. Yes, patina. That's the word, patina. Yes. The way that everything has a little bit of imperfection to it. It's not just perfect flat colours or perfect flat shades. It looks so good. New Street looked like that's still in the 90s. I'll take your word for it. I've only seen the Birmingham New Street in the last decade or so. These are so well done. It's just amazing. One of these days, Mark's gonna just slide in a photograph of the real thing, and we're not gonna notice. That's the level that he's at this point. The only thing that we would know to set it off would be the modern fashions on people. Oh, these are just so great. I'm really loving it. I like the models people as well. Just a guy just sat around reading the paper, and the paper's got stuff on it. It's not just white. It looks like it's got marks on. Ruben Ashwell says, I see Mark has been doing his models of Birmingham New Street, a tricky station. I have hardly any trouble navigating because I've been there many times. Yeah, I suppose if you know it that well, yeah, you'll be able to spot everything. Oh, I'm just amazed. This stuff is just so well done. Valley's 56XX. Here, can you drive a diesel? Yes. You're in. Gets the scene of robbery. I can't drive a diesel. Flymer Chairman 1 says, there was one that nearly had me. Yeah, I bet. Sometimes it's like, whoa. Oh my goodness. Now this is an area we haven't seen much of before, is it? That is very nice. Very nice. Oh, so well done. The lighting. The lighting really gets it. This is just, oof, it's so well done. It's so nice. Because it brings out all these textures. Like, the eye sees texture and it can almost feel it. It's great. I'm loving this. This is amazing. Oh, very interesting design on the front of those locomotives as well. And the little bits here and there. Like, I know some of it's wires and stuff for the layout, but yeah, it all looks so good. Flamchan one says, I'm waiting to see someone move. At some point, yeah. You know what? At some point, he's going to send us a GIF instead of a picture of someone who's been green screened into it just wandering around. And it's going to say, whoa, it's real. Sarah Davis says, I couldn't get my road looking good. The wood underneath was horrible, so I took a little flat screwdriver and cut out a square, then filled it in with fine ballast to make it look like a filled pothole. Fantastic idea. I love that. That's great. Yeah, oil spills on the tracks, and also the level of detail and texture is just so good. And there's a train spotter in the background there taking a picture. Oh, I just love this so much. Oh my goodness, the Hello Boys picture's gone. Oh, we've had some changes on the advertising. Ooh. Jenny will be disappointed. She always makes a comment when she sees the Hello Boys. Oh, this is so brilliant. There he is again, the train spotter taking the photos. A few guys just having a chat. This is so well done. Because it feels right. Alfonso says, either that or we need a photo of the real New Street with everyone just standing dead still. Yeah, I could see that working as well. So, is that real or is that a model? This is lovely. I'm really loving this. And again, the newspaper has stuff on it. It's not just a white sheet, you know? Oh, was that the last one? Wow. Well, that is wonderful. Okay, guys, we're at 5-2. I want to show you one thing. I'm going to rush off and come back. I'll show you something. Because just seeing all the cars just reminded me. Oh, and I've knocked over that pincher from earlier on. So here we are. I joined the Corgi Models Club because some of these old models are so good. And there we are, Corgi toys. It's the the Monte Carlo winner Mini from 1967. So that's rather nice, isn't it? It's a proper replica of the box. But the model itself is amazing. Now, it wouldn't really fit on Jenny's layout, but I'm loving this. It's got so much detail, and it's like, way. And a lot of weight to it as well. So I'm really impressed with this thing. And guys, if you've been considering it, considering joining the Corgi thing, it's actually worth it. These things are quite nice. The doors don't open, which is sad, a bit like, disappointing. But aside from that, I think this thing is really nicely detailed. Let's see if I can get on a different screen so I can show you a bit closer. There we are. There you are. Very cool. I'm really enjoying these. So that is rather snazzy, I think. Yeah. Very cool. I do like it. So I'm really happy with that. 3D printer smaller. Yeah, that would be quite nice. I'm wondering whether it would fit with all gauge. I don't know. I think it might be still either too big or too small. I'm not sure which. But I don't think it'll be quite the right size for all gauge. But it's still really cool to have. And I've got it set up amongst Jenny's locomotives in one of the display cabinets. I'm really happy with that. Yeah. Love the old mini model. Yeah, they're so nice. They're really cool. So, guys, I think we've got dual headlights. Yes. They're so nice. They practically glint. So I'm going to... we've got time for, I think, one more. So here we go. This is from Tim's Model Railway. And I think we're going to end on a nice one here. Bing! Thomas the Tank Engine again. We've had a few of Thomas and his friends tonight. This is really... I love the brightness of them. And the fact that it's just... There's something jolly about Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, that reminds me. I found in a charity shop the complete Reverend Audrey Thomas the Tank Engine collection in hardback in one big book. And it's like... I looked at that and thought, I have to get that for Jen. She's hardly put it down since I got it. So... Clearly, I made the right decision. But very nice. I do love this layout here with the Thomas stuff. It's always a pleasure. Because it's just nice. Ruben Ashwell says, honestly, these Monday clubs go by so... Don't they just say, whoa, where'd the time go? But yeah, very cool. I do like these. They're very nice. Okay, guys. So, we're 2 minutes to 9. And unfortunately... That's going to have to be the last. So we've got a lot still to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 9 more. So I really... Well, actually, no. 8 more because one of them happened to be a reminder that last week's Monday Club was live. So 8 left. And one of them's a photograph. So we're going to end with this. Pete Jackson again, hopefully attaches a photo of a Class 47 engine being fitted into a locomotive. The colours are a little wishy-washy and slightly different to what I thought, but it may be some use for one of our projects. Oh, that's very cool. Oh, this is, right, I know what this is. He says, you don't have to show it on the Monday Club, but we're going to. This is, because, let's face it, it's quite interesting. I know what this is from that diorama that Jen showed on Friday. Look at the different colours and stuff on the engine. That is very cool. Really nice to see that. So thank you so much, Pete. That's really cool. Thanks for sending that in. Okay, guys, that's going to have to be the end tonight. I hope that you've enjoyed it, even though Jen was unfortunately unable to make it tonight. I hope you've had as much fun as I have, because I've certainly enjoyed it tonight. Valley56 says, I bought a scratch-built pannier body in brass and steel, and it's a bit clunky, but a labour of love for someone, so I thought, duck. Okay, take care, guys. Have a great evening. Have a great rest of your evening anyway. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Take care, have a great night, and if you're into games at all, then do join me at 10 on the Game Hammer Classic Gaming channel, because we'll be doing a look at some old retro games. But until next time, Jenny will be back on Wednesday. Take care, have a great night, and bye-bye.